Okay. Well, good evening and welcome everyone to tonight's meeting of the Colton Joint Unified School District Board of Education on what is now February 6th. So January felt like quite a month, so it's nice to turn the page and be into the month of February. So welcome. We appreciate you joining us this evening. We'll begin, as we do every meeting, with a roll call. So Ms. Medina, if you'll please call roll for the board.
Mr. Ibarra?
Present.
Mrs. Haro?
Present.
Ms. Doreen Ojeda?
Present.
Mrs. Sandoval?
Present.
Mr. Fuentes?
Presente.
Mrs. Flores?
Present.
Mr. Flores?
Present. Thank you for that. And again, we'll begin with the traditional Pledge of Allegiance. I'm going to ask Mr. Pope, Mr. Brian Pope, in today's Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you for that, Mr. Pope. Just a reminder that we do have interpretive services available for anyone that would like to have Spanish language interpretive services. Tonight we have with us Miss Cynthia Bueno as our translator. Ms. Bueno.
Thank you, Board President Flores. Good evening, everybody. Muy buenas tardes a todos. Yo soy Cynthia Bueno, soy recepcionista y traductora del distrito. Esta noche estaremos ofreciendo servicios de intérprete. Si alguien desea completamente en español simultáneamente, puede encontrarme en la mesa trasera, a la entrada, donde podrán adquirir el dispositivo para poder hacerlo. Muchísimas gracias.
Thank you, Mrs. Bueno. Our first item on the agenda is the adoption of the agenda for tonight. We do have some amendments as recommended by staff. And those amendments are an amendment to item 10.3. This is a closed session personnel and public employee item. And it has to do with the appointment, addition of 2 classified coaches, a head junior varsity soccer coach, boys, varsity track assistant coach, co-ed, 2 volunteer coaches, junior varsity baseball boys, track co-ed, and the addition of 13 volunteers, 12 general, and 1 classroom observation. Dr. Miranda, are there any other recommended changes to the agenda for this evening?
That's it.
All right. So I will ask if there's a motion and a second to approve the additions and amendments to tonight's agenda.
I'll move it.
Okay, I've got a motion by Board Member Ibarra, second by Board Member Haro. All those in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Hearing none, it is so ordered unanimously. Thank you for that. We are on to our school showcase for tonight, and we have Bloomington High School here. I'm going to go ahead and invite our student leaders, and we have Mr. Pope from Bloomington High School, our assistant principal, so I'll let him kick off.
Good evening, Board President Flores, board members, Superintendent Dr. Miranda, and members of the audience. My name is Brian Pope, Assistant Principal at Bloomington High School, standing in for Ms. Roman, who is at a conference presenting the wonderful things that she's able to do as one of our leaders. And now I'd like to hand it over to our amazing, seasoned ASB Showcase veterans.
Good evening, Board President Flores, members of the school board, Superintendent Miranda, and members of the audience. My name is Alexandra Gonzalez, and I am a student leader in my final year at Bloomington High School. Sofia Pacheco and Nevaeh Marquez are joining me this evening to shine the spotlight on our Bruin family. We work hard at BHS to provide many inclusive, caring, and exciting events and activities. Tonight, we will share some highlights since our last visit in September. We are always honored to be here to share information about our academics, athletics, and activities in Bruin Country. I'd like to begin with the academics portion of our presentation. In December, we had our mock AVID revalidation visit. In case you are not aware, in order to earn the distinction of being an AVID National Demonstration School, we have to go through the rigorous revalidation process every 3 years. The team came to campus to ensure that we are implementing AVID strategies school-wide with quantity and fidelity. After an extensive review, the RIMS Avid officials announced that Bloomington High School has once again met the initial criteria for serving as an Avid demonstration school, and we also look forward to our final visit on March 6th. In conjunction with Colton High School, we proudly hosted the 2025 STEAM Expo, an engaging and educational event that offered a variety of hands-on activities for both students. The expo featured stations that explored scientific concepts, including a slime station, a volcano demonstration, and several other interactive activities. The event was a hit, providing both fun and learning for students and attendees. On October 25th, we held our Avid College Fair during lunch. At the fair, Avid sophomores led in-person presentations about the colleges they had chosen. During lunch, all students were invited to explore the college booths and had the chance to win prizes by answering questions. We even had Ruth O'Harris join us for this event. It was an outstanding event showcasing the dedication of our Avid program. On January 28th and 30th, we hosted our Future Bruin Day, where we highlighted the exceptional programs available at BHS. During the event, we toured the school and visited classrooms, allowing teachers to speak directly to future students about the courses we offer here at BHS. The event showcased opportunities available at Bloomington High School and allowed students to gain a deeper understanding of programs and classes offered. Thank you for allowing me to share about BHS academics. I truly have opportunity as it has helped me grow as a public speaker and a student leader. I will now invite Sofia Pacheco to share about athletics.
Hello and good evening. My name is Sofia Pacheco, ASB Secretary and a senior at BHS. Today, I will be talking about our athletics program. For our winter sports, we have boys and girls basketball, co-ed wrestling, and boys and girls soccer. First up, boys basketball has had an amazing season. All their hard work and their practices is showing on the court. They show up every day for each other and their team. They also have an amazing coach who continues to motivate them to do their best. They put a lot of effort into practices, and we always look forward to supporting our basketball teams. Their current record is 15-10. Seeing the parents, students, and community supporters in the gym watching the boys and girls play is such an exciting vision. We are grateful for the opportunity to support the teams and to hear the spirited support from the stands. Yesterday, girls and boys won their final games against Rim of the World and Notre Dame, respectively. I am happy to share that our boys basketball team will be moving on to playoffs. We wish them good luck. Wrestling team has also had a great season this year. Captains helped train new members and create leadership skills. This season, they went 3 for 2. This weekend, they will determine whether or not they will make it to CIF individuals. Boys soccer had a tournament yesterday against Sanji. They went 3 for 3 in the league and placed 3rd for Sunkist League. Girls soccer is currently focused on recruiting more members for the next season, as most of their players are seniors. Our fall and winter sports have already had their senior nights. This happens either before or after one game of the season, so the underclassmen and parents can honor the graduates each year. The seniors get to walk out with the escorts of their choice, which is usually their family or close friend. Some even choose a staff member that has shown them support throughout their time at BHS. ASB student leadership also contributes to each senior night by adding some balloon decor, helping in the spirit tunnel, and presenting each senior with a sign, personalized keychain, and a goodie bag. This year's Powder Puff football game was successful once again. The seniors beat the juniors 7-0. The seniors won their junior year as well, making them win 2 years in a row. That concludes the athletic portion, and I will now be passing the remainder of the time to Nevaeh Marquez. Thank you.
Good evening, board members. My name is Nevaeh Marquez, and I am ASB and senior class treasurer. Today, I'll be presenting all the fun activities we do here at Bloomington High School. The first event we hosted since our last presentation was a fundraiser for the senior class of 2025 called Soka Senior. We had 20 participants this year. The participants sat in chairs around our flagpole quad, and students were able to purchase a bucket filled with water to dump over the senior of their choice's head. There were 3 different bucket sizes and even a super soaker. The small bucket was $1, the medium was $3, the largest bucket was $7, and if students wanted to spend $10, they got the super soaker. This event gained a lot of positive attention from everyone on campus and raised a lot of money for the senior class. The next big thing at our school was our Hispanic Heritage Week. We hosted a week full of dress-up days and lunchtime activities. Monday was boots versus huaraches. Tuesday was Hispanic Heritage colors, flags, and jerseys. Wednesday was Vaquero versus Alucinde. Thursday was Loteria Day, and Friday was Quince Day. As you can see from the photos, many people love this theme as a dress-up day. On Thursday, we also had a home football game, and our theme was Loteria. We put up giant Loteria cards all over the stands, had a banner of all the Hispanic flags, and our mascot even wore a poncho. This was a great way to celebrate the Hispanic culture that we have here at BHS. Continuing the celebration of our Hispanic culture, we hosted a fall fiesta after school. There were many clubs selling different snacks and a lot of entertaining games. Some of the games were a pie eating contest, an apple cider chug, and an elote preparation contest. The participants of the game got candy bags as a reward for playing. We also had a salsa contest in which staff members made salsa and the students got to try them and vote for which one they liked the most. Towards the end of the event, we announced our theme for homecoming. During October, we make sure to bring awareness to breast cancer and annually host our Pink Out football game. This game was aimed to bring awareness and support those who have been affected by breast cancer. Our Pink Out game is a testament to our community to unite together to make a difference. By wearing the pink color, it simply shows the support in the fight of breast cancer. Our players, coaches, and cheerleaders all wore pink on the field to show the significance of this event. We even gave out pink ribbons, beaded necklaces, and stickers to make sure that we are able to include everyone. We want to thank everyone who participated in this event to help our school show unity and bring awareness to this type of cancer that affects so many people. I would now like to shift the focus into our homecoming week. Our theme this year was Bruins in the Bayou, A Princess and the Frog Homecoming. We kicked it off by hosting dress-up days throughout the whole week. Monday was music and Mardi Gras. We encouraged Bruins to wear a music-related t-shirt, and we passed out beads to everyone for our annual Rochambeau challenge. Tuesday was pajamas and Crocs, which is always a campus favorite. Wednesday was the district-wide Unity Day, so we chose to wear orange, and we tied orange ribbon around the campus quad. Thursday's dress-up days was where the students could wear the colors of green, pink, or black to represent which color they liked the most. We chose this dress-up day to coincide with our spirit rally. Finally, Friday was our class color wars, or wear Bruin gear. At the homecoming rally, there was a lot of school spirit, and the competition during the games was fierce. At the homecoming rally, the game that was the biggest hit was the donut relay, which had the most amount of eager participants. We also held our final big match of Rochambeau. The anticipation of rock, paper, scissors had everyone on the edge of their seats. Our class competitions have way more energy compared to the past years, with the freshmen winning the class chant in the first rally and the seniors winning in the second rally. We are very proud of everyone. On Friday, we continued with our homecoming preparation for the football game and dance. As you may recall, our power was shut off throughout the school due to high winds. Even though we have never experienced this before, we were able to work around it and get it done, thanks to the support and guidance of Miss Wright and Mr. Pope. We also want to thank Colton High School and Miss Buskirk for supporting us and offering a helping hand in order to make our homecoming a success. Continuing the fun, on Friday, we had our homecoming football game. We did things a little differently this time around. We wrapped the entrance of the football field in tarp and put all of our decorations on it. This little touch was a big eye-catcher. During our halftime show, we announced our homecoming court and crowned the winners in each grade level. This year modified the way we placed our nominees on the field. We used blue and gold carpets and cool sparks to give the nominees and their escorts a grand entrance. Our NJROTC color guard and band added to the moment by forming our spirit tunnel. The cheer squad helped with placing each of our nominees on the field to ease their nerves and make sure the visual elements were spectacular. It looked so much nicer this way and added that wow factor that we needed to make sure that the focus was in the correct place for the coronation of our court. To wrap up our homecoming fun, we ended with our unforgettable dance in the multi-purpose room surrounding the quad area. We had a fun night of dancing and karaoke in the room that we decorated as Mama Odie's house to fit our theme. We also had arcade games, amazing chicken sandwiches for purchase, free desserts and beverages, and the ever-popular photo booth station. This night was definitely one for the books. Not long after our homecoming event, we found it was already spooky season. Link Crew hosted their Halloween maze with a special day after school that was for the freshmen, and then opened it up to the rest of the campus all the way until Halloween. Student leadership hosted the annual costume contest. We had so many dress-up participants, including staff and students. Every year, we have 4 categories, which include DIY, creative, scary, and group/couple. As you can see, we have placed pictures of some of the costumes and the winners of the contest. They all had amazing costumes. Now we're going to transition into our Attitude of Gratitude Week, where we provided opportunities for Bruins to show gratitude for the people and things in their lives. Inside our NPR, we had a station set up with different activities such as coloring pages, hand turkeys, kind anonymous notes, and gratitude cards. We even had a photo op that we made for everyone to take pictures to commemorate the moment. Lastly, we have our senior class gift from the class of 24. Their gift to our school are these concrete statues that we had placed inside of our NPR stage. This is a great spot for them, so students and families can enjoy them when they are in the building for lunch and other events. We are thankful to the class of 2024 for this edition. We appreciate you and thank you for your time this evening. Here are some upcoming events, and we hope to see you all there. We now open it up to any questions and comments.
Wonderful, great presentation. I'll go ahead and turn it over to my colleagues for any questions or comments. Yes, Mr. Fuentes.
Yeah, let's give him a hand. Ladies, great job, awesome job. I love Bloomington High School. The reason, well, because I had two of my daughters graduated from there, so. But you guys have a lot of great activities, a lot of academics, a lot of awesome things going on. And I've always said, I want to do SoCo board member. And I can tell you right now, you make double the money. Write it down, Mr. Pope. So let me know when I can come over when it's a little hotter, not right now, because you'll have a SoCo board member, Frosty, after that. But I'd love to do something like that, so think about it. And I'm all game for it. And I can come out during lunch in shorts and a T-shirt, and you can sell the buckets for $20, and I'm pretty sure they'll buy them. So you guys are doing such a great job. I know it's your senior year for all 3, right? So congratulations. Hoping that you guys will continue in your education. Whatever you do is what you want to do. And again, it was a great presentation. I know it's not easy, but you guys are veterans, so you guys know how to do this. So congratulations again, and don't forget, SoCo board member.
Excuse me. I just want to congratulate you ladies on a great job. I also, I'm looking forward to Festival of Fairy Tales. It's always a fun event, and every year it seems to grow and grow. I remember the first one when it snowed. It was that one time that it snowed in Bloomington. So I don't think we'll have snow, but I'm always looking forward to that event. And I think that the Attitude of Gratitude Week, I absolutely love that. I think, you know, there's crazy things happening in the world, but there is still so much to be grateful for. And I like that one of the things you had on there was the notes that you could give to people anonymously, or if you didn't want to be anonymous. I think that's really great that we need to always remember that, to have that attitude of gratitude no matter what's going on. And the last thing I just wanted to say, thank you for always coming and telling us everything that's happening in Bruin Country. And can we share what the prom theme is for this year? Or am I not supposed to ask? Oh, it's a surprise. Okay, then I won't ask. No problem. Okay, thank you.
Other comments, please, Board Member Flores.
Okay, I just wanted to also congratulate you for your presentation. I think you look awesome with your shirts, you know, and for two other things, your public speaking, it was, you know, you were awesome. And what I really appreciate is the pictures for every slide that you had. It really tells the story of what Bloomington High School is all about. So all those things combined would give you an excellent. Thank you.
Board Member Thorien Ojeda.
You've heard it from everyone else, but you really did a good job speaking tonight. I love the senior gift idea, and that will be around for so long, and everyone will it'll be the talk of the school for a long, long time, and I think that's pretty exciting. Great idea. I wish you the very best the rest of the year, and thank you you really did a good job when you were talking. It's really, I would never have tried it when I was a senior in high school. So it's really a great skill to have, and you've done a very nice job, and your presentations at Bloomington have always been great. We appreciate that so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Dan. I just want to mention to all three of you and just tell you on behalf of the Board of Education, thank you. Thank you for the 4 years of leadership, the 4 years of representing Bloomington High School at the level that you're representing. ASB, you guys are the leaders on campus. In the events, the experience, you're going to carry all this with you as you move on throughout whatever careers you choose. So just want to let you know, at least for my part, we truly appreciate your effort, your time, your dedication, and always remember that when you graduate, and it's going to come fast now, and I think you guys could feel it, that the experience that you have at Bloomington High School, every experience that you have accumulated will define who you are as you move on in your life. So thank you very much.
Wonderful. Yes, Board Member Sandoval.
Great job, girls. You guys did so awesome. I wanted to see about the pictures that you guys are posting. They're really great, but I like that everybody's enjoying it and everybody's actually doing it. You know, with you guys, the events at Heritage, girls were wearing their quinceañera dresses. I have not seen that, and that's pretty cool. The dress-up vaqueros and all that, and the soaking, and, you know, it's really great job, you guys. Thank you.
A beautiful display of culture, and you know, when else do you get to wear that dress again, right? It's like, so might as well get your money's worth and wear it again. Well, amazing presentation. One thing we do like to ask of our seniors is what your plans are for next year. If you could share with us briefly what next year looks like, we'd love to hear it.
I plan to study business at Oak Valley College.
I plan to study like social work at Cal State San Bernardino.
My plan is to receive my real estate license right after high school.
Wonderful. Great job. Thank you again for the presentation, and have a great year. We'll be seeing you on campus, and graduation is right around the corner. It may not feel like it for you, but as you get a little older, time goes faster. Trust me, it is right around the corner. So we look forward to it. Great job, ladies. Awesome job. Yeah. Speaking from a young guy. Yeah, right. Wonderful, thank you for that. Our next item on the agenda under special presentations is the introduction of new management. So I will call on our Assistant Superintendent, Dr. Dade, to introduce us to our new management.
Thank you very much. Good evening, Board President Flores, board members, Superintendent Dr. Miranda, and members of the audience. I just would like to say this is the second time I wore my quinceañera suit, so, you know, had to pull out the closet for tonight. But it's my pleasure and honor to introduce our new vehicle maintenance supervisor for our transportation department, Yabani Ruiz. So Yabani has a great background, and I'll share briefly. He graduated from the University of Pacific in Stockton with an emphasis in transit and paratransit management. From there, he worked for Complete Coachworks, where he did preventative maintenance inspections on buses and completed repairs. Then he went over to Omnitrans, where he's been for over a decade, I believe, performed major mechanical repairs on fleet vehicles and verified repairs, and then eventually promoted to maintenance supervisor, where he schedules and coordinates vehicle maintenance with dispatchers and maximizes service and vehicle availability. Some fun facts about him. Well, my favorite one, I'll start with that one, but he loves to spend time with his family and have cookouts. And so I love that. And Super Bowl's coming up. Are you going to do a cookout? Oh, yeah. All right. Definitely. He also has his favorite hobby is deep sea fishing. And so we talked about this. So I said, okay, what's the biggest fish you've ever caught? So 145-pound bluefin tuna. And so that's a whole lot of tuna fish, huh? Yeah. But so happy to have you join our team and are looking forward to working alongside of you. So Yabani, we'll give you a chance to address the board. Thank you.
Thank you all once again. I am excited and happy on my new role here at CJUSD. I hope that with my background and experience, I could bring something positive to vehicle maintenance. And once again, thank you.
And one more round of applause for Yabani, please. And that completes my presentation for this evening. Thank you.
Dr. Dade. Thank you again, yes. All right, well, our next item on the agenda is employee recognition. And so I'm gonna call forth Dr. Cervantes, I believe we have, and I believe Mr. Enciso, is he here as well? Yes. All right, come on up.
Okay. Thank you, Board President Flores, board members, Superintendent Dr. Miranda, and members of the audience. My name is Eric Enciso, Director of Human Resources Classified, and I'm proud to stand here and present to you the employee recognition for the month of January. We are going to be starting with our classified employee of the month, and that's going to be Veronica Gonzalez, and presenting her this evening, yeah, round of applause, please. And presenting her tonight is going to be Dr. Scribner, the principal at Jurupa Vista, I'm sorry, thank you.
Good evening, Board President Flores, board members, Superintendent Dr. Miranda, and members of the community. Mrs. Gonzalez is our administrative assistant at Jurupa Vista and is an indispensable part of our school community. With 24 years of dedicated service to Jurupa Vista, her deep knowledge of the school's history and operations ensures that each school day runs seamlessly. She has been an incredible source of support, offering kindness and a warm welcome to everyone who walks through the doors. Mrs. Gonzalez consistently demonstrates the district pillars of trustworthiness, respect, caring, and responsibility in her work. As a skilled problem solver, she approaches challenges with a professional and positive attitude, always providing thoughtful solutions that benefit all educational partners. Additionally, she fosters a sense of community by organizing monthly staff birthday celebrations, reinforcing the close-knit, family-oriented culture of Jurupa Vista. Her unwavering dedication over the past 24 years has made a lasting impact on our school, and we are incredibly grateful for her contributions. Thank you, Mrs. Gonzalez, for your years of service and all that you do for our school community and for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Scribner, for your kind words. I truly appreciate being recognized here tonight. It was a wonderful surprise when I was informed about this. Thank you and have a good evening.
Veronica, did you bring family? Come on.
Sorry. I want to thank my family that joined me tonight, my husband, Rigo, my daughters, Karina and Yesenia, and my granddaughter, Olivia.
Okay, one more round of applause for Ms. Veronica Gonzalez at Jurupa Vista. Our next category is our certificated staff, and I'm glad Dr. Scribner didn't go anywhere because she's going to be introducing our next recipient, and that is Tiffany Raimondo, and she is the RSP teacher.
Well, my monthly send-outs of the emails that we get from communications is finally paying off. Every month I send it back out saying, we have amazing staff, please recommend them for this recognition. So I'm happy to see that our team is being recognized for the great work that they're doing. So good evening again, Board President Flores, board members, Superintendent Dr. Miranda, and members of our community. I'm so excited that the CJUSD Employee Recognition Committee has chosen to recognize Jurupa Vista's RSP teacher, Mrs. Tiffany Raimondo, as the January recipient. As a special education teacher, Tiffany has consistently demonstrated a level of dedication, professionalism, and compassion that is truly exceptional. Tiffany is a model of respect, trustworthiness, care, and responsibility. Her interactions with students, colleagues, and families are always characterized by kindness and integrity. She creates an inclusive and supportive environment where every student feels valued and empowered to succeed. Her ability to understand and address the unique needs of each child is both inspiring and impactful. Beyond her role as a teacher, Tiffany exemplifies a commitment to our mission by going above and beyond. She generously dedicates her time to Saturday school, ensuring that students have an additional support they need to thrive academically and emotionally. She is always willing to step in and support colleagues, fostering a collaborative and positive work culture. Moreover, Tiffany is highly knowledgeable in her field, continually staying informed about best practices and innovative teaching strategies. Her expertise has made her a valuable resource for our team as she willingly shares insights and guidance to help others grow professionally. We are incredibly grateful for Tiffany's dedication and the lasting impact she has on our students and our school community. Congratulations, Tiffany, on this well-deserved recognition.
I would just like to say thank you. I love what I do in working with kids, and it's a pleasure, and I truly appreciate this recognition. So thank you. I did. My husband, Jeremy, my son, Edward, Vincent, and my daughter, Aubrey, are here with me.
Would you like? And then come around and shake that. Another round of applause, please. Okay. So up next is going to be our management recipient. And normally we don't share, the conversations we have on the committee, but I will say that when this person's name came up, it was a landslide. It was a lot of really beautiful and nice things to say. So with that said, I would like to recognize our next recipient from Student Services is going to be Carla Viramontes. And acknowledging her this evening is going to be Director Missy Kingston and group.
Good evening, Board President Flores, board members, Superintendent Dr. Miranda, Executive Cabinet, and members of the audience. I'm Melissa Kingston, the proud Director of Student Services, and we are thrilled that our very own Carla Viramontes is being recognized tonight. Speaking on her behalf is our CWA Specialist, Amelia Villalpando.
My glasses. Oh my goodness. Good evening, Board President Flores, board members, Superintendent Dr. Miranda, Executive Cabinet, and members of the audience. We stand here with honor to have nominated our colleague, Carla, from Student Services team for January's Management Employee of the Month. Tonight, we want to highlight just a few, because we want to respect your time, how Carla is a valuable asset to our department. As Student Services Supervisor, Carla has achieved remarkable things, not only for students, family, the district, but for our department. She constantly demonstrates strong leadership in the office. She is hardworking, she's supportive, kind, she's fair, to say the least. For those who know Carla, know that despite her unwavering dedication to the Colton Joint Unified School District, she prefers to stay out of the spotlight. Although her gentle voice might go unnoticed, her actions speak louder than words. Carla embodies the district's pillars of trustworthiness, respect, caring, and responsibility in all that she does. Her contributions have profoundly influenced all stakeholders here. Carla's contributions organizing the district back to school resource fair giveaway, which was an impressive success, where more than 1,000 students at the Colton Joint Unified School District received backpacks during that event. Carla's endless support extended to those less fortunate with the Colton Joint Unified School District community. For several years, she has served as our homeless McKinney-Vento liaison and is committing to understanding the needs of our homeless students. Having facilitated their enrollment, assisting seniors with graduation cap and gowns, and connecting families where vital resources such as food bank, etc. Carla's commitment is supporting the Colton Unified School District. Students have been inspiring during the holiday season. This year, the holiday marked the 14th annual Jacket Drive at Student Services Department, which collected over 250 new jackets for preschoolers through 12th grade. Additionally, Carla has formed a partnership with local businesses, allowing families in our district to have a festive Christmas thanks to their generous gifts. Carla constantly demonstrates her positive influence, problem-solving abilities, and excellent teamwork. As we all wish, we have all of which have been essential in achieving the objectives of Student Services Department. It's called the SSD Way. This award represents a significant impact she has made in our department, and her dedication truly deserves this formal recognition, even though she didn't want me. I do want to thank you guys for your time, and thank you, Carla.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Amelia, for your kind words. Thank you, Ms. Kingston. Thank you, everyone. I want to start expressing how deeply grateful I am for this recognition. Very, very surprised, but also thankful for our student services team. They're full of hardworking individuals that make work really easy, but mostly very privileged that I'm here to serve my students, families, and my community. So thank you so much for this.
And Carla, if you can make your way back here, you got to introduce your family.
And of course, my family, my husband, my mom, my daughter, and my sister are here tonight. Thank you very much.
And we have another award to present, and that's our education partner. It is for Mr. Jason Brooks, and he is from Feeding America for San Bernardino and Riverside counties. He's not here tonight, but we're going to ask Ms. Casey Robertson, our Nutrition Services Director, to come up and share some kind words.
I have also invited Amelia up here to be a part of this since she put in for this and actually experienced the event that I'm going to be talking about. So tonight we are proud, good evening, Board President Flores, so sorry. Board members, Dr. Miranda, and Executive Cabinet and audience. Tonight, we are proud to recognize Jason Brooks as the CJUSD Education Partner Award recipient for January. While he is unable to be with us this evening due to family commitments, he has shared his heartfelt appreciation for this recognition and his gratitude for the opportunity to partner with CJUSD. Jason was nominated by Amelia for his generosity and leadership with Feeding America, Riverside, San Bernardino, also known as FARBS, where he serves on the board of directors. His guidance ensures that families across the Inland Empire, including Colton, have access to essential food resources. Since its founding in 1980, FARBS has grown from distributing 10,000 pounds per month to over 3.1 million pounds per month. So supporting more than 250 nonprofit organizations that do encompass our community. Their work is vital in the region where over 530,000 people struggle with food insecurity and 300,000 rely on FARBS for their food supply each month. Thanks to Jason and his $500 personal sponsorship, CJUSD was able to take part in the Canned Wonderland Tree event, which is a unique initiative where organizations build canned food trees to spread holiday cheer while addressing food insecurity. His generosity not only helped provide meals, but also brought nutrition services and student services team together, fostering stronger relationships and allowing CJUSD to experience the strong power of giving firsthand. So Jason's recognizes a simple yet powerful truth. When children have access to nutritious meals, they are better prepared to learn, grow, and succeed. His dedication to fighting hunger has made a profound impact, and we are deeply grateful for his support to our community. Jason, though you can't be with us here tonight, we want to thank you for your commitment to serving our community, and your efforts have made a meaningful difference, and we look forward to our continued partnership. Together, and this is from you, Amelia, the little tidbit, we can crush hunger, and congratulations on this well-deserved event. An honor.
Well, I want to thank you for that nomination. Speaking as the executive director for Mary's Mercy Center, I am one of those many nonprofits that benefits from Feeding America's generosity and partnership. They deliver to us, and we work with them so that we can serve literally thousands of meals a month to the homeless and those in need. We give grocery bags to low-income families and seniors, and we provide homeless bags that are specifically designed. These are grocery bags designed for the homeless, so food that doesn't require refrigeration, doesn't require preparation. It's healthy, ready-to-eat meals. And that's all done in partnership with Feeding America. So thank you for nominating them and recognizing them. They're an incredible organization that does so much. So I really do appreciate it. So thank you.
Congratulations to all of our recipients tonight, and thank you for this opportunity for us to be able to present to them, and have a great evening.
Thank you. And thank you to all the family members that are here to support. We know that nobody is successful without their support network, and thank you for letting us borrow them while they're with us, and we really appreciate what you do to support them. They're an amazing, amazing part of our family and our team, so thank you so much. Appreciate it. And you do not feel obligated to stay for the rest of the meeting, family members. I know that there's lots going on, homework and other things to do, so as exciting as the rest of the agenda may look, you're more than welcome to exit stage right. Great. Wonderful. This takes us to the public comment portion of tonight's agenda. And again, just a reminder for those at public comment is limited to 3 minutes per speaker. We would ask that speakers please address the Board of Education with any question, comments, or concerns that they have. We also have our board bylaws on the screen if you have any questions about that, but we'll go ahead and jump right into public comment. And our first speaker is Ms. Yvette Perez-Luis. Give it a...
Hi, good evening. Before I start, I just want to say thank you to those who took the time to listen to what I had to say. You know who you are, so thank you so much. Not only am I here as an employee, but also as a parent. So, dear members of school board and district leadership, I am writing to formally submit a complaint regarding ongoing leadership challenges at Abraham Lincoln Elementary School. My name is Yvette Perez-Luis, and I have been at CJUSD for 13 years. I am a parent first and currently a special education instructional aide for moderate to severe students at Lincoln. The challenges I am addressing have significantly impacted my experience as both staff members and a parent. Despite raising these concerns over the past few months, they remain unresolved. These issues, which are shared by other parents and staff, center of education, safety, and well-being of our students. Unfortunately, due to unclear administrative directives, a lack of urgency, and failure to hold staff accountable, the school climate and culture have shifted, negatively affecting its previously smooth and joyful operations. One area of concern is the performance of the main office team, particularly in communication and office procedures. Parents and staff should feel welcome and supported when interacting with the office, but this has not been the case. There have been consistent delays in responding to phone calls and in-person inquiries, creating a negative atmosphere for both staff and families. I have previously sought clarification from the office team and Dr. Brutus regarding communication protocols, especially in relation to special needs students and their interactions with the main and the health offices. I also requested clear procedures for after-hour situations. To date, I have received minimal guidance, with the only response being that extra duty beyond 15 minutes will not be approved, and that the office team is not trained to handle students. A recent incident on Friday, January 24, 2025, further illustrates the lack of clear directives and accountability. After agreeing to stay for extra duty to take care of a student, I attempted to notify the office that the student had not been picked up. My call went to voicemail, as it often does with the office team. When I walked the student to the office, I found it unattended, with office staff members engaged in personal conversations. When I inquired about the unreturned call, I was told they were busy. Rosie, our school office attendance technician, also informed me that she could not supervise the student due to the lack of experience with special needs students, leaving me uncertain on how to proceed. This lack of responsiveness and clear communication is deeply concerning. Additionally, I was recently informed by my supervisor, Mr. Alexander, that the assistant principal had filed a complaint against me for adhering to my contract and following the directives provided by the principal. This raises a crucial question: which directives should staff follow when there are conflicting expectations from an administration? The lack of alignment with the leadership is causing confusion and division on campus, undermining our ability to work together and effectively. As both a staff member and a parent, I am deeply concerned about the overall environment at Lincoln Elementary. The lack of support and respect for both staff and families is disheartening.
Ms. Perez, that is your 3 minutes, but obviously this is an important issue. What I'm going to ask is Dr. Dade, since this does involve policies and personnel procedures, that he speak with you today, right now, after this, so that he can connect with you and we can look into, obviously, the concerns. These are serious, so we want to make sure that we follow up. So Dr. Dade will connect with you.
Okay.
Our next speaker is Alejandro Yanez Aguirre.
Good afternoon. Dear members of the school board and HR, my name is Alejandro Yanez Aguirre, and I'm writing as a husband of Yvette, a special day classroom aide at the elementary school. As a parent of Natalie, a student of the school, I am reaching out to express serious concern regarding an incident involving my daughter at the lack of proper care and communication that followed. On Wednesday, January 22nd, 2025, my daughter was injured during recess. She sprained her arm and scraped her knee. We were not notified about the conditions until nearly 2 hours later, at 10:50 a.m., when my brother-in-law arrived to pick her up. My daughter explained that she has been left unattended in the nurse's office and increased pain, while also sitting in the front office. She was then sent back to the class without any guidance from the health assistant, Mariana Delgadillo. Later, it was diagnosed my daughter had actually fractured her right wrist. While we are relieved that her injury wasn't more severe, this incident raises several serious concerns. The first one, delayed notification. Emergency contacts should be notified immediately when a child is injured. An early 2 hours delay in informing us and leaving a hurt child unattended is unacceptable. Lack of supervision. My daughter was left alone while in pain and was sent back to class without any support to guidance. Additionally, she reported that the health assistant made faces at her when she learned that her mother works at the school. My daughter is unaware of the challenges my wife faces as a staff member, included the retaliation she has experienced when raising concerns about the office culture. Failure to follow district protocol. Emergency procedures should include contacting multiple emergency contacts until an adult is available to respond, especially in case of injury. This did not happen in my daughter's case. These issues has been raised to Dr. Brothers by my wife, but based on past experiences, we have little confidence that any meaningful action will be taken. Therefore, I am asking the school board and HR to intervene and ensure the necessary steps are taken to improve communication, care, and safety for all the students at Lincoln Elementary. Additionally, I would like to point out that these type of incidents are not isolated. Other staff members and parents have reported similar concerns, and there has been no response. It is evident that these ongoing issues must be addressed, not just for the sake.
Thank you, Mr. Aguirre. Obviously, there's some overlapping issues here. The safety of students is something that we typically falls under student services. So this is where I'm going to ask Dr. Ortiz if you'll join this conversation and work with the parents to address that aspect of it. Certainly, that's important to us. We want to make sure that we follow up. We do have, I believe, is it your daughter who's also pulled the speaker card? Natalie, you're welcome to come speak. Mom, if you want to stand with her, and that way you can give her the support. And maybe Dr. Peterson, if she can't see over the podium there, if you want to give her one of the hand mics, maybe we can do that so she feels comfortable. If she wants to step over here so we can see her, that'd be fine, or wherever she's comfortable, but you've got mom and dad with you, so wherever you're comfortable, Mija, okay? Wherever you're comfortable. You're a strong person. You got this, okay?
Natalie Yanez Perez, and I am a fourth grader at Lincoln Elementary. On Wednesday, January 22nd, I was playing during the first recess when I tripped over the ball and I got an office pass to the health office. I was in a lot of pain. Then I was sent by a teacher to the office, which the nurse just gave me an ice pack. While I was at the office, she did not ask if I was okay or anything. There was a parent who saw me in pain and said, "That looked like it hurt. Does it hurt?" I said yes. I also had a big scrape in one of my knees, and the school nurse did not give me a Band-Aid. While I was at the nurse's office, I was left by myself for a long time, and I did not know what to do, so I went back to class, and I got a Band-Aid from my substitute teacher. As the day went by, the pain in my hand got worse, so when I went the second time, she took the note and she called my mom, but it was sent to voicemail. When I told her it was Yvette, who was one of the people who works at the school, she had an annoyed face. By the time that the nurse called, it was already time for lunch. During lunchtime, my uncle came to pick me up, and he told my mom to, and he and my mom took me to the doctor's office. When we were at the doctor's office, they told my mom that my arm was sprained because of the fall. The next day, my mom went to talk to the principal and the school nurse about what happened. The school nurse called me a liar even though I was telling the truth about my arm hurting. Now, ever since the fall, I don't feel comfortable going to the nurses or the front office. I feel like there's not an adult that I can trust now at the office, which makes me sad because I really like going to school. I am asking for your help, that way another student doesn't go through the same thing I went through. Thank you for taking your time to hear me out. Sincerely, me, Natalie.
Good job. You did an excellent job. We appreciate that. And again, Mom, Dad, this is something we do take very serious. There will be a process, but I'll make sure you have Dr. Dade and Dr. Ortiz there who'll be working with you directly on this. And Dr. Miranda, if you'll keep us informed through board correspondence, the appropriate channels, respecting obviously all the protocols in place around privacy and personnel, but it is something that we're going to want follow-up on. So, all right. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Yep.
Those are all the speaker slips that I have. Ms. Medina, are there any other speaker slips that you have? No? All right. So we'll go ahead and close public comment, and we'll jump into our administrative presentations for today. And this is our full-day kindergarten presentation, and we will call up Dr. Peterson, Head of Educational Services.
Board President Flores, board members, Superintendent Dr. Miranda, members of the audience. It's my pleasure tonight to introduce our Educational Services Director for PK to 6, Dr. Syed Hyder, who will be making tonight's presentation.
Good evening, Board President Flores, board members, Superintendent Miranda, and members of the audience. It is my pleasure to present our plan to transition all CJUSD kindergarten classes to a full-day schedule and the rationale behind it. If you look at this graph, you will notice the kindergarten classes in all over US started transitioning to full day starting in the 70s. By 2012, more than 70% of kindergarten classes all across the United States were full day kindergarten. Of course, this graph is more than a decade old. Now there are more kindergarten classes in the United States that are full day. According to a 2022 report from California Department of Education, roughly 80% of schools in California were offering full-day kindergarten programs. Additionally, in 2022, the State Assembly began discussing the requirement for all high-need schools to offer full-day kindergarten by 27-28 school year, and making this a requirement for all schools by 2030 and 2031. I'm sorry, I'm getting all confused with the 2030. There are lots of years here.
It feels like a really long way out, but it's not, yeah.
Here is a more current snapshot from our neighboring school districts. If you look at the information here, all our neighboring districts are offering full-day kindergarten program. Colton School District is offering we are offering more than a half-day program. It's a partial day or what we call extended day, but it is not full day. Here are some possible impacts that a full-day kindergarten may have on CJUSD. Parents are less likely to seek out neighboring districts if all CJUSD schools have full-day kindergarten. With declining enrollment, this has the potential to boost enrollment and save teaching jobs. Many parents have requested full-day kindergarten program to provide more academic support for their students. There is a clear need for full-day kindergarten based on the end-of-the-year assessment data that you will see in the next slide, as well as the fact that many students stay behind for Think Together after their kindergarten day ends. These are the end-of-the-year DIBELS result from our 2024 school year. DIBELS, as you know, it measures the students' basic reading fluency. As we see in this data, only 44% of our students at the end of 23-24 school year were reading at their basic grade level fluency by the end of the year. 40% of our students were well below the benchmark. I'm going to talk a little bit about what California is doing about universal pre-kindergarten. In the past few years, California has geared up its focus and investment on the universal pre-kindergarten program. CJUSD had applied for the UPK grant, and we are using these funds for our new TK classes. As well as we are supporting all existing TK classes with play equipments, learning centers, and other instructional materials. Additionally, we are offering professional development for our TK teachers. Starting the 2025-2026 school year, all 4-year-olds will be eligible for transitional kindergarten. Hence, most students who will be starting kindergarten will have already been exposed to schooling, so they will be better prepared to adjust to a full-day kindergarten schedule. These are some benefits of full-day kindergarten. Research indicates significant positive impacts associated with full-day kindergarten. These include increased academic equity for students with high needs, higher academic achievement, easier transition to first grade, and better socialization opportunities, among other aspects of the benefits. The California Department of Education's PK3 vision recognizes kindergarten as a pivotal year for all students. Kindergarten teachers have the challenge of classroom filled with wide diversity of children. Full-day kindergarten will allow teachers to modify the curriculum to meet the needs and interests of all students and provide support in small groups as well as support the whole class. These are some of our next steps. These include a teacher committee to explore opportunities, identify obstacles, and determine necessary resources for successful transition to full-day kindergarten programs, identifying any concerns that may impact other CJUSD departments, informing parents of the new schedule, and preparing school sites for transition to full-day kindergarten. Finally, I want to mention full-day kindergarten is not a panacea for all the challenges impacting CJUSD students. However, with proper implementation, effective instructional planning, and thoughtful scheduling, it can significantly enhance student achievement and well-being while contributing to closing the achievement gap. That is the end of my presentation. I'll be happy to answer any questions if you have any.
Questions? Please.
Yeah, maybe in later correspondence, you can share with us what a schedule, a daily schedule would be for these, for our kindergartners as you proceed with your committee, you know, just to see how the day will be broken up. Because I believe right now the kids stay for, I think, a total of 305 minutes a day. I'm not sure about the exact.
So I know that they start at 7:35, like all other students, and all students stay in kindergarten until 12:40, and then we have a 10-minute transition, and then some students stay behind for intervention, and that's where it varies from school to school significantly. Some schools are actually keeping more than 50% of their students for intervention, whereas some schools, it's only like 20% or 25% or less stay, so that's what varies.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just curious to see what their day will look like when we transfer or we transition to full-day kindergarten. And I'm sure there'll be logistics, you know, that you have to work out. So we're, you know, you can keep us posted on what the process is for that. Okay, thank you.
Other comments, questions? I would agree wholeheartedly, Board Member Ibarra. I'll add my thoughts here because you won't find, I'm an avid and strong supporter of early education for lots of reasons, both professionally, and I've seen this in the work that I've done when I was with the county and working with Head Start, and the work that we've done. And the data shows that the earlier that kids are exposed to school and a school environment, the better that they do academically and socially and emotionally. I'll also say as a parent, I saw it firsthand. All my kids went to preschool, full-day preschool before going to kindergarten, 2 years. My middle son, because he was November birthday, he got to do 3 years of preschool before. He wasn't even 3 when we stuck him into school. He was it was 2 years old and 8 months. We put him in pull-ups and said, all right, you're going to school with your big brother. This not only is going to help these students, again, academically, with socialization and interactions with other students, their teachers, and the environment. And I know it feels like a lot for little ones, but trust me, they will thrive and eat this up. They will. I see it. We started a preschool on campus at our women's transitional home, full day, 5 days a week, starting with 2.5 all the way up to 5. And the kids are thriving. They need that, particularly if they're coming from a household or an environment where it's challenging. And you mentioned something, Dr. Hyder, which we didn't underscore, but it really is important. By getting them into our programs at an earlier age and spending more time with them, we can identify developmental delays, and some developmental disorders, whether they're on the spectrum. Some of these things, they're diagnosed much later and become much more difficult and much more problematic for the students. The earlier that we can identify and work with the students, the parents, get them connected to Medi-Cal if they're eligible, and there's going to be in-home supportive services through providers, the better off that student's going to be for the rest of their lives. And for the parents who are struggling because they keep doing everything that they can to help their student learn, but can't figure out why it's been difficult, it's going to alleviate the stress in their lives. Because I've talked to a lot of parents who feel so guilty that it took till that student was 4th, 5th, 6th grade, 7th grade, or they finally realized that there was a learning disorder. And with simple tools and techniques, the student can thrive, but up until then, they struggled, and the students felt bad, the parents felt bad. So I'm a huge believer that not only is the environment good for the kids, but the sooner that we can do those assessments, identify delays, provide early interventions, the better off that student's going to be. And given the population that we serve, where there are challenges in disadvantaged communities and exposure to trauma and things in their lives, we have a need. So I want to thank the board and thank you, Dr. Miranda, for bringing this forward. And I know that there's going to be some challenges in implementation and rolling it out, but there is no doubt in my mind that this is going to benefit our school district and we will see the improvements. And I know we've got elementary principals that are still here, and you see the difference between those kids that started out with either preschool, TK, and a strong kindergarten year going into first grade. And any first grade teacher will tell you that. They can tell you in the first 5 minutes who knows how to hold a pencil, who knows how to sit down for reading time, who knows how to interact with others in an appropriate way. This is incredible for our district, so thank you for that. So, Dr. Miranda? Yeah, please, absolutely, Dr. Ryder.
You mentioned one of the very important thing you mentioned is that provide testing students early, seeing where their needs are, and provide intervention so that whatever they are behind. And as you know, like our students start taking CASP from 3rd grade onward, but now starting next year, California will require all kindergarten through 2nd grade students to take a reading screener, and we have to report that. So that will be helpful to know when our kindergarten students are behind so that we can start the intervention. And if teachers have longer day, then they can do small group intervention with students who need, whereas the students who are already on grade level can do more enrichment activities. And the other interesting thing I wanted to mention, we were at a different, Dr. Peterson was also there, we were at a differentiated assistance meeting, and there was principals from, there was Fontana School District, no, Etiwanda School District and Rialto, and as soon as I saw them, I saw there were some elementary, and I said, can I please look at your kindergarten schedules? And so I made contact with them to get their schedules so that we can look at how they are designing. And one of them said, if you want to come and visit our school, or visit our kindergarten class. So if our teachers want to, some of our teachers want to go and visit, we'll definitely, because we are meeting with the committee of teachers. And the Etiwanda teacher, she said she was in Fontana, and she said, yeah, when I was a Fontana principal, there were lots of Colton kids in our district. I'm like, we want to stop that. We don't want Colton kids in your district. So I think this will definitely help. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Dr. Ryder. Thank you, Dr. Peterson. All right. Oh, please, Board Member Thorin Ojeda.
When I think of the little ones in our community, at least when I was a principal, a lot of our little ones don't have any friends to play with at home, and sometimes it's not safe to play at home. And if you ask my 2nd grade granddaughter, what's your favorite part of school? Recess. I mean, for little kids, they don't have time to play and interact. And I think about the little ones who don't speak English, and the longer they're in school, the better it is for them because they're intermingling with other kids and they're learning more language. So by the time they get into upper grades, their English skills are better, at least their social skills, and hopefully their academic skills will follow with that. So I'm very pleased to hear that we're going to be doing that because I think it's really a win for everybody. Thank you.
I can just mention something. I think staff, and thank you, Dr. Hyder and Tina, you know, what's going to be important in this process and its transition phase is that we work closely, and that's going to be definitely what that collaboration piece be with teachers, with the kindergarten teachers, staff, administrators. A lot of them are here to support this transition, you know, and ensure that kindergarten teachers get that additional support that they've asked for. We've had conversations with the teachers' leadership on this prior to this board meeting, and that came up, and we said absolutely. Communication with the parents, you know, we're bringing this now so that we can communicate early on, and I'm sure a lot of parents are going to be celebrating and saying yes, and I think it's part of our vision on wellness, achievement, equity, wellness. This meets all those areas when you think about improving academic achievement, that equity piece across the board, because there's schools in our district that do, like Dr. Hyder says, a form of all day. I used to do that when I was a principal at McKinley, and an all day with Miss Lily, who was incredible, and then the wellness piece, providing that support that Ms. Thornhider brought up. So it really is part of the vision, the overall vision that we have for our district, and so we will ensure that, again, the collaboration piece and communication piece it gets out there ASAP.
Thank you, Dr. Miranda. Again, thank you for the presentation. This takes us to our action session items for this evening. I am going to pull items 6.2 and 6.3 for separate consideration. Are there any other items that board members wish to pull for separate consideration or comments or questions? All right, hearing none, then I will ask for a motion to approve our action items 6.1 through, sorry, got it here, 6.29, with the exception of 6.2 and 6.3. Is there a motion? All right. Motion by Board Member Fuentes. Is there a second? Second, Board Member Thorino Ojeda. Wonderful. We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Hearing none, it is approved unanimously. This takes us to item 6.2, and I will ask for a motion to approve item 6.2.
I'll second.
Okay, motion by Board Member Haro, a second by Board Member Fuentes. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions?
Abstention.
Item is so ordered, approved, with an abstention by Board Member Ibarra. All right, item 6.3. I will ask for a motion to approve, a motion and second to approve item 6.3.
I'll move that.
Going to go with Board Member Flores with the motion, second by Board Member Fuentes. Okay, all those in favor of approval, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Any abstentions? Okay, one abstention, Board Member Thorino Ojeda. The item is approved. All right, that takes us through the balance of our action items. Under our administrative reports, any questions or comments relative to items 7.1 through 7.4 from board members? Okay. All right, hearing none, we'll jump to, don't believe we have a facilities update today, correct?
We did not.
Okay, so we're going to jump to our ACE update. Do we have a representative from ACE? Going once, going twice, okay. All right, CSEA, do we have a representative from CSEA today? Okay, no update. MAC, do we have a MAC update? No update from MAC, all right. ROP, I'm gonna look to the left. Oh, next week, okay, so we'll get an update in the following meeting, all right. Dr. Miranda, you're up.
All right, thank you, Board President. We'll go with this first slide and try to make this quick here, but I can't resist the opportunity to highlight again our Science Fair and STEAM Expo. That was on Saturday, January 25th. We were proud to have our 37th Annual Science and Engineering Fair. It just was awesome. The participation of students across the district was incredible. We extend our heartfelt congratulations to all the participants, with special recognition to the gold and sweepstakes winners who have advanced to the county level. That same day, the STEAM Expo took place at Colton High School. It just marked a significant success with over 500 students, families, and community members in attendance. The tacos were awesome too. Thank you for the tacos. The event showcased incredible teamwork featuring more than 60 educational partners. That was amazing at the tabled event, offering resources, swag, activities for students and community. The swag was incredible. Yeah, so just wanted to highlight that. Students from Colton High helped decorate the event with banners, balloons, and displays. And while students from Bloomington High School engaged the children by running activities, facilitating raffle drawings, and distributing snacks and drinks. Our CJUSD Awesome Nutrition team provided breakfast to students, and prizes were raffled off to our students throughout the event. Our CJUSD Pathways 2 program did an exceptional job of highlighting its offerings to students, families, and the community. Again, I just want to special thank Mr. Abbott and his team for hosting the event, and to our educational team, service team, the coordinators for just coordinating a fantastic event. Thank you. And then last, the day concluded with an opportunity for all attendees to enjoy, like I mentioned, tacos, right? Who doesn't like tacos? They were awesome. An incredible performance by the BHS Folklorico group. The feedback from participants was overwhelmingly positive, so thank you for that. Next slide, please. Our community cabinet, a garden of hope, as we're calling it. I want to extend my invitation to all of you for parents, community members, local businesses to attend a Garden of Hope, a community cabinet event on Wednesday, February 19th here at 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock. The session is going to highlight, so we're going to highlight the district's wellness initiative, which is part of our vision, as all of you know, showcasing how we as a district are planting the seeds for a healthier future for our students and community through innovative mental health programs, inspiring activities, and meaningful connections. So we encourage all parents, community members to join us, meet district leaders, and connect with others who are dedicated to building a healthier, stronger, and a stronger community here in CJUSD. Last, we are celebrating Black History Month. In celebration of this month, we're excited to invite all of you to join us for a series of events that are organized by our Equity and Access team under the leadership, awesome leadership, I might add, of Dr. Clark, Nairi Clark, in collaboration with our APAC, our African American Parent Advisory Committee. Cooley Ranch, for example, will host a paint night on February 26th from 5 to 7, providing African American students and their families with a culturally affirming experience. Through a creative expression, participants will celebrate African American heritage and history, fostering pride in their culture and strengthening community ties. A DJ will provide music throughout the night to add to the lively atmosphere. Now, registration is required, so the first 100 available spots, they're going to go quick. To families are encouraged to sign up. In addition to the paint night, there are several other events I want to highlight. February 7th, that's tomorrow, right? Skate night, movie night at Grand Terrace High School on February 13th. Hockey Black Heritage Night field trip on February 22nd. So these events are designed to educate, inspire, and celebrate the rich contributions of our African American culture. We invite all of you to share these events with your learning communities and to join us honoring and celebrating Black History Month. So I know I went kind of quick there, but I wanted to speed up. I will turn it back over to you, Board President.
Thank you, Dr. Miranda. We appreciate that. And again, a lot of amazing activities going on throughout the district, things to celebrate. Okay, this takes us to board member comments, and we'll go ahead and start tonight with Vice President Flores.
I just wanted to thank staff, specifically Student Services with Dr. Ortiz, for being proactive and providing information to our families on the immigration situation that we're dealing with. I attended DLAC meeting yesterday with Dr. Miranda and Dr. Ortiz, and we assured our families that we are here to educate the kids and to provide them with a safe environment that they deserve, and also what steps the district is taking to ensure that that happens, that the kids should not be afraid to come to school. They should not be afraid of going home and not finding their parents. So I just want to thank staff for being proactive and providing the information to parents and being ready to, to deal with things as they come up. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice President Flores. Board Member Thorino Ojeda.
I'd like to thank Dr. Ortiz for his presentation also, even though I missed it. Thank you, Tina. It is important that our families, our kids, and our parents know that we're supporting in every way that we possibly can, and it helps the schools, the teachers, and the staff there, knowing that we're doing everything we can to keep our kids and families safe, and that's really important. So thank you.
Thorino Ojeda. Board Member Sandoval. Board Member Ibarra.
Thank you, Dan. Just want to take this opportunity to thank the board, Dr. Miranda, Cabinet, for their well wishes on the passing of my stepmother. Not my stepmother, my mother-in-law. I don't know where that came from. Mother-in-law. Sally Vasquez was 94 years old. She was born and raised here in Colton, lived all her life here in Colton, and was very, very proud of Colton. She actually attended Lincoln Elementary School back in the day, so 94 years, so that goes way, way back. So I just want to take, on behalf of my family, my wife, and my family, and just say thank you for the nice bouquet of flowers. Truly appreciate it. He came in a really good time, and because when we get something like that, we just see the support that we get from our friends and those out there who actually care about us. So I just want to say thank you for all that and all the prayers and well wishes. So thank you.
Thank you, Board Member Ibarra. Board Member Haro.
Excuse me. A couple of things I want to talk about. First of all, I know I brought this up before the last meeting when we were getting ready for Science Fair and all of the changes we had to make last minute. And I just want to, again, bring that up because changing the venue within 2 to 3 days was not an easy task, I'm sure, for many who were involved in it. And after participating in the fair, our 37th annual fair, this was our 27th year judging, and seeing how everything just came together, you would really never know that it wasn't supposed to be the original venue. I mean, it was just done seamlessly. And that is to say thank you to everyone who was involved in that, because for it to look like that's where it was supposed to be, that says a lot. That says a lot about our staff who participated in making it happen. So I really want to thank each and every one of the people that had, who participated in making that happen, because it really was a great event. Also, the STEAM Expo. We're going to have to put some vendors outside next time we do Colton High School, because we were just packed in there, and there were so many people, and it was great to see families in there enjoying it, and all the vendors that we had. It was just really a great event. So I just want to thank, again, everyone who was involved in that. Excuse me. I attended the San Bernardino County Music Educators Basin Honor Band this week. This year, Colton had 22 students, including board members Flores' son running back and forth doing percussion. So I mean, it was a great event, and it was so well attended. And every year I say, wow, these kids are great. Wow, these kids are really great. Well, it's like every year they just get better and better. And they had so many students this year that they were completely, like, practically coming off of the stage. It was wonderful. It was a wonderful, wonderful event, and it was I just wanted to bring that up. I want to bring up one thing. Our Colton High School students, I apologize, they have every year we have the Solar Boat Challenge. And we have, partners now who have joined us with the City of Colton, Water and Power, and all these different vendors. And we have, at Colton High School, we have the boat in, we were able to get, what do you call it, a container, a ship container to put it in and keep it in. And they can pull it out and work on it. They can, and then they roll it back in there. So we do have the container. And the City of Colton is going to pay to wrap it with the logo and their school logo and the name of the boat and everything. But before that can be done, we were supposed to put electricity to the event so they can also work on it when it's outside. And from what I understand, that has not happened yet. And it's been a thing that they've been waiting for and waiting for and waiting for since last year's Solar Boat Challenge. So I'm wondering if we could look into when that possibly will happen, because when they participate this year, they have more room to work on the boat instead of in the classroom. So I would like to ask if we could find out about that. And then, excuse me, we talk about Colton, our district, as a family. And then I know when we have our new employees come up here, I always shake their hand and say, welcome to the Colton family. Because this district has a history of saying we are a family. And never have I seen that demonstrated so strongly than this past Saturday. My husband and I attended the funeral for Patty Frost's mother. And the outpouring of love from Colton was tremendous. Current teachers who worked with her at Crestmore Elementary, district office staff, Colton was representing at that funeral to support a former colleague. And I get emotional, and sorry, and I was just so overwhelmed seeing that. I know we're a family, but to see it, many of you on your Saturdays are precious, and to show up for her, I just wanted to say, she was overwhelmed. I talked to her afterwards, and we're gonna meet up for lunch, but she was just so overwhelmed when she saw how many people from Colton came. People she hasn't worked with in years, but you all still came for her and to support her. So I just wanted to bring that up because, like I said, we say we're a family, and that truly, truly showed on Saturday. And the last thing I would like to request, President Flores, is we lost 3 members of the Colton family this week. January hasn't been a good month, and February's not looking too good either, and it's really heartbreaking. We had 2 teachers from Smith Elementary who retired last June. Stuart James Hensel and Mark McGee, both were 6th grade teachers who passed away this week. And then yesterday we were told about McKinley Elementary teacher Victor D'Souza, who was a 2nd grade teacher who passed away. With people, with losing staff like this, friends, family again, it's we need to remember how fragile life is. And I would like to ask if we can close our meeting before we go into closed session in honor of these 3 gentlemen. And that's my comments for this evening.
Thank you, Board Member Haro. Board Member Fuentes.
Thank you, Board President Flores. Excuse me. Just wanted to share a couple things, couple of events that I went to. Last Friday, I was at the Grow, Bloom, and Thrive Wellness Summit put on by the San Bernardino County Superintendent of Schools. It's an event where you have counselors, everybody from different districts in the IE come out, counselors, nurses, medical staff, even some of our partners like IEHP, Molina, all of those. They come out for this conference, and we have special speakers. And one of the speakers that was there was Dr. Manny Scott. And if you had gone to the wellness conference last year, you had the opportunity to see Dr. Manny Scott. Even though this was my 2nd time watching his presentation, I still had tears in my eyes. And if you've never had the opportunity, please look him up on YouTube, and watch his testimony, how he became who he is today. And so I wanted to share that. Also, I had the opportunity to head out to Washington High School for their Achievement Awards. And, even though it was a small ceremony, but there was a lot of proud parents, grandparents, tios, and tias that were there. And I want to thank Sandy Torres, his staff, for letting me come out there and support these students. I think there was probably about 15 students that were there out of about maybe 35, 40 students that were supposed to get awards. But it's just amazing to be able to see these young men and women working hard to do better. And that's our goal. Our goal is for these students to become someone, to become successful. And I just want to thank the staff out there, Dr. G, Dr. Curry, all of them that are out there as counselors, the staff, for the work that they're doing and working as hard as they can to help these students understand the importance of education. So thank you, Mr. Torres, for the invite, and please thank your staff for the hard work that they're doing. I also had the opportunity to be at Bloomington High School yesterday. I actually was there all day. Even though it was a minimum day, I spoke to each and every one of the periods or classes for the ROTC. I shared my story with them yesterday, talked to them, inspired them, talked to them about motivation, focus, and attention. And because in this world, things change. And we talked about the future of what they can be and what they can do. Since it was a military, ROTC is a military-based type thing, I had their leadership, the young men and women that lead each class, come up and put them at attention. And it was an opportunity for me to say, guys, every time you come in and they tell you to attention on deck, which is technically what they say, you need to be ready, focused, and motivated to do it. And that was my key to get them to understand the motivation part. And there's a quote that was there, and let's see if I can remember, to push yourselves to do it because no one else is going to do it for you. And so after the periods are about 35 minutes, I think the second period's about an hour long or so, if I'm correct, Mr. Pope? Something like that on minimum days. So. But after each class, many of the students came up to me and said, Mr. Fuentes, I wanted to do this. Now I want to do it more. And there was one student that actually stayed with me for a little bit and said, Mr. Fuentes, I wanted to become an actor. But then I thought, no, I won't be able to. But after listening to your speech, your story, and what you've done, I know I can do it. And so it changed his perspective of, yeah, I want to do it, but I can't do it, to, yes, I'm going to do it. So it was just an amazing, amazing opportunity to speak to these young men and women. They are phenomenal kids. They're phenomenal kids. I was speaking to Commander Munfor. I can't even say his last name. Yeah, Munfor. And he says that sometimes he has a little bit of challenges with the students, but that's who they are. If there isn't challenges, there is an opportunity. So when there's a challenge, there's an opportunity. I always say. I always challenge myself to be the best I can do. And so speaking to these students, it was so fun. They were so attentive, so polite, so respectful. And I think Bloomington High has been known for being a very respectful school of students. Because every time you're walking around campus, they say hi to you, they shake your hand, they fist bump you. Which I think is a great opportunity. So please, Dr. Pope, I was going to call him a doctor. Mr. Pope, there you go. All right. Mr. Pope, please let the staff know out there that we are very proud of the Bloomington High School students, as we saw today, as they presented. Very proud of the students out there. And that's it for me. Have a great one. Thanks.
Thank you, Board Member Fuentes. And again, I'll share, January, I think for a lot of us, has been a challenging month. There has been what feels like a number of passings of family and friends. And so it's a reminder of the preciousness of life, of course, and to cherish the time that we have. And so thank you, Board Member Haro, for the request. And we will certainly honor the request to adjourn in memory of the staff, family members that we've lost. And Frank, to you, your wife, and your family, of course, our condolences. In some cases, it's family. In our case, it is family. Frank's mother-in-law is actually my father's aunt, Aunt Sally. So we'll be joining you in the celebration of life and to honor the Vasquez legacy, which is a pretty impressive one when you look at what they accomplished as that family immigrated to Colton, and that first generation to get an education, to build a family and to build a life. It's pretty incredible, and we are here because of them. So it is an amazing story, one that will be told and will be celebrated, and one that is not exclusive to just us. There's these stories throughout the district, throughout Colton. So speaking with respect to that story of immigration and support, of course, as many of us know, there's a lot of questions and concerns that have come up with respect to what's going to happen ultimately around immigration. Obviously, this board, this body, this district plays no role in the policy. That's something that's well beyond us. However, when it comes to our families and our students, we play a big role. And I just want to read an excerpt, and I want to thank staff. I want to thank Dr. Miranda and everybody that had a hand in putting the message out to the families and the subsequent trainings. But I just want to read a very short excerpt from the message that was put out, because I think it summarizes where we stand as a district. And it is as follows. It states that in light of recent developments at the federal level in regard to immigration status, I want to reaffirm our district's unwavering commitment to providing a safe and inclusive learning environment for all students, regardless of their immigration status or sexual orientation or gender expression. The United States Constitution guarantees every child the right to receive an education without discrimination. Our schools are the heartbeat of the community where all students can learn, grow, and thrive. That is the value statement that our actions, our policies, and ultimately where we stand as a board and as a district. And we will continue to work with you, as I know there will be questions that come up, and there'll be some concerns, and there will be rumors, and we have heard some of those. I have heard some of those at my own children's schools about what's happening where. So wherever we can, we will dispel rumors. We will put the facts out there and provide resources to all of you as our staff, because you're the front line, and those that work in the offices, the noon aides, custodial staff, classified staff, anybody that interacts with students and families, there are questions, and we will make sure we do our best to give you answers and information. So thank you for that. That is all I have, so we will go ahead and adjourn into closed session. Thank you. We've lost. We'll take a moment of silence, and of course, Ms. Medina, please note in the record, we'll be journeying in their memory. So join me in a moment of silence. Thank you. Closed session. The first is item 11.1, personal public employee appointment, discipline, dismissal, release. In closed session on a motion by Board Member Fuentes and seconded by Board Member Sandoval, and carried on a 7-0 vote. The board took action to approve the settlement agreement and release of all claims for former employee number 12409. And item 11.2, again, personal public employee appointment, discipline, dismissal, release, on a motion by Board Member Bertha Flores, and seconded by Board Member Fuentes, carried on a 7-0 vote. The board approved the following: certificated staff, 1 high-dosage tutor, classified coaching, head JV soccer boys, varsity track assistant co-ed 1, volunteer coaching, JV baseball boys, track co-ed, and then 12 general volunteers and 1 classroom observation volunteer. And that is all to report out, so we will go ahead and adjourn.